You've already done one of these, right?
Just one.
Just one. We get to perform with each other. We never get to perform on the Improv Broadway stage.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Improv Every Day with Zach A and Improv Broadway. This is the show where I get to play improv with some of my best improv buddies. Those improv buddies are 120-month-old fetus Jackson Holiday.
Woo! Don't kill me. Abort!
Pro-life Jackson for himself.
Just me, though. I don't care. Do whatever you want with anybody else.
And new host of Tabasco Sauce, Bryson Alejandro.
Bienvenidos.
I intentionally chose, it's an American brand, right? Tabasco?
I don't know.
Because I was thinking, my brain went Cholula, and I'm like, that might be a microaggression. Go do Tabasco.
Oh yeah, Tabasco. Yeah.
You could have done like
I was thinking Cholula.
Yeah. Well, good.
Great.
Well, anyway, we're going to go play some fun improv. I'm going to host it, and these two talented improvisers are going to improvise the best that they can on the spot for your pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all ready to do some improv?
Oh yeah.
All right. We're going to start off with a classic game called New Choice. I'm going to give you a suggestion. Anytime I say new choice, you have to swap out with something new. Mm-hmm. The suggestion for your scene is high school freshmen fighting over a locker. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Move out of the way, nerd. What the? This is my locker.
New choice.
What the? It's you again.
New choice.
Dad, I told you not to follow me to school this time.
I love you, son.
New choice.
You're a disgrace.
New choice.
I knew that your beard would be bigger than mine at this time, and that's why I need to assert my dominance on you.
But you don't even know the code or the combination to this locker of mine.
I don't care. I can use my fist.
New choice.
I'll just insert my tongue, and it will turn
New
into...
choice.
I will sniff it real hard, and it will turn into...
New choice.
You're right. I'm a failure.
New choice.
Tell me, please.
New choice.
My books!
New choice.
My secrets!
New choice.
Not my girlfriend!
Yeah, Stacy's in here?
I keep her here to stay safe from the world.
New choice.
I feed her through the slots.
I've killed your girlfriend.
New choice.
I've dented this thing and made it very inconvenient for your girlfriend to live in this place. I'm sorry, my boy. I didn't know love should always prevail.
New choice.
I was totally into your girlfriend. I shouldn't.
New choice.
You think we should let her out now?
Are you in there still?
New choice.
I believe so. It's only the best choice we can do at
New
this.
choice.
What would Mother do?
New choice.
What would Jesus do?
New choice.
I suppose. I mean,
New choice.
it's lunchtime.
Yeah, we should get lunch.
Yeah.
And scene. Oh, good. Good. I love this game because it helps me to just edit Jackson's deepest impulses. Kill a girl. New choice. Respect women.
It's either or. There is no in between for me. I was told once that my two speeds are stop and go.
Yeah. Nothing or everything.
Nothing or everything.
All right. Time for an improv challenge.
Oh.
This is an improv challenge I called AI Improv. Here's how it works. Bryson, you're fluent in Spanish, and Jackson, you know some. My improv challenge for you is to do a scene in Spanish, and then I'm going to run it through AI into English, and we're going to see what that looks like. Okay.
Bueno.
Let's see here. What would be good for this? Let's see here. I know I do relationships a lot, but the suggestion for your scene is a breakup. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Pues,
Mi amor.
pues, no ahora, tu amor. No ahora.
Porque tengo esposa.
¿Qué?
Tengo esposa muy linda, muy bella, muy guay, que guapa.
¿Y yo? ¿Yo no soy guapa? ¿Yo no
Pues-
soy bella?
Pues se basta, pero no mucho.
No lo puedo creer. Tú no puedes hacer esto a mí.
Valencia.
Gerardo.
Tranquilízate.
No.
Tranquilízate.
Yo no voy a tranquilarme porque
no.
esto ha ocurrido demasiado. No lo voy a dejar pasar. ¿Dónde está la otra mujer?
Bueno, estaba en mi muleta.
¿Qué? No. Hola.
Eso es muy pequeño.
¿Qué estás haciendo aquí con mi novio?
Hola. Estoy aquí en su maleta.
¡Ay, qué
Su
horror!
mochila. Bueno, estoy haciendo cosas, cocinando aquí.
¿Por qué parece
arroz.
como una chimichanga esta mujer?
Pues ella cocina muy bien, más que tú.
Más que yo.
Sí.
Más que yo.
Bueno.
Ok, ya me voy. Nuestro amor está quebrado. Nunca más.
Bueno. Valencia, dígame eso. ¿No tienes novio de tu propio? ¿No tienes un novio de tu propio?
Tal vez un día, pero no este día.
Pues hago eso todo porque...
Hasta luego, Gerardo.
No.
Y hasta luego, chimichanga de mujer.
Bueno, ¿no quieres algo?
Tal vez un burrito con salsa de enchilada, por favor.
Sal de enchilada, arroz.
Tomates y cebolla
Ok,
y
ya.
mucho queso, por favor.
Ok. ¿Por qué sales conmigo? No esta mujer. ¡Wow!
Oh, qué idea.
Linda chica, linda.
Para.
No,
más,
no.
díganlo más.
No voy a decirte mucho.
Pues, tal vez te voy a comerte.
¿Yo?
Sí.
¿Vas a comerme?
Sí. ¿Por qué no?
Bueno, siga.
That's gonna be so interesting. Because I typically edit these, then run it through captions, but all I got was the horror. The only thing that came across. So fun.
That was weird.
But it was
Did it make
cool.
sense? That was
I
my
mean,
Spanish.
For 3 months, I'm like, I could catch what you were trying to put down. So that's great.
Okay.
Did you understand him pretty well?
Yeah. I understand it really well. On dating apps, a lot of times if people say that they speak Spanish, I will just speak Spanish with them.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, "Hola, mujer." You know, I obviously I don't just say "Hey woman," but
Hey, woman.
"Hey woman," but
Would you like to attend the library with me?
yeah, the biblioteca. Wow. No, yeah. So I feel like I understand it. I actually get super nervous though around native speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was this one time my friend he's dating someone from Mexico, someone from Mexican.
Well, right. This is being live streamed. Careful now.
I'm sorry. I didn't. Ah, dang it. Oh,
He's nervous because of all the native speakers.
all the native speakers.
J-A in the comments.
Cha. Ha ha ha. But she came up to me and my friend was like, Jackson speaks a little Spanish. And she's like, hola, ¿cómo estás? And like, ¿cómo aprendiste español? And I just said, bueno, ¿cómo estás? And then she's like, oh, okay. Like
That's
you
so
don't know,
interesting.
you don't know Spanish all that well. And it's like, I do, but I
Yeah.
just get really nervous.
So I had the opposite problem. I used to be better than I am now, but I took 2 years in college, and the last 6 years or last 6 months of my church mission, I was in a Zebra where we did a Spanish branch, blah, 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 blah. And so I prided myself pretty well in being able to like communicate and like know the lines and whatever. And so they assumed I was a speaker. So I'm like, I can't remember any like good phrases, but it'd be like, hola, soy misionero de la iglesia del Jesucristo, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, he sounds proficient. And they'd be like, da, 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 da. I'm like, despacio. I don't even remember. What does that mean? What is despacio? Slow down?
Despacito? Despacio? Yeah, it's
despacio.
like slow.
Yeah, so I'd be like, por favor, despacio. And I don't know if this is an appropriate story to share, but stop me if I do. Let me know if this is. But I was knocking doors, and I knocked on a door, and a Latino man walked there, and I did the whole thing in Spanish, and I'm like, ¿Cómo se llama? And he's like, mi nombre es George. And I said, oh, Jorge? And he's like, no, it's George. And I just thought that was so fun, because it was just like, oh, like, and so I wanted to ask you, Bryson, is that like, when people come to America, it's like, that's my American name, that's sticking to it, or there are people in Latin American countries who do name them George instead of Jorge?
A little of both, I think.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, there's I know a lot of people from Latin American countries that their parents like, you know, celebrities, or maybe there's like a missionary that like helped convert them to their faith or something.
Gotcha.
And so then they name like their children like, you know, Anderson or Smith or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Or yeah, if they're like, you know, really into like American pop culture and stuff, then they like latch on to certain names.
That is
like,
cool.
Oh, I like that instead.
Oh, that's awesome.
So-
Your mic for a second, a little bit. If you want to push that up and then tighten it a little bit. Righty tighty. Nope, that's lefty loosey. Go righty tighty. Righty tighty.
Clockwise.
Yeah, clockwise.
Yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Here.
All right. While they get that figured out, what we're going to do is we're going to play a game called Assisted Sound Effects. Here's how this works. You guys are going to do the sound effects. Wait, is this what I want to call it? No, I want to call it, what's the word?
Onomatopoeia?
Onomatopoeia prov. I think that's what I want to call this game.
Onomatopoeia prov?
I'm just making this up right now.
Onomatoprov?
Onomatoprov. This is a game called Onomatoprov. Here's how it's going to work. They're going to do a scene, but the other person has to fill in the onomatopoeias or the sound effects for whenever they would naturally have a sound effect. You did okay. I think that's
We
tight.
have a sound effect.
Ooh. All right. This suggests so if you were to be like just a little like a note on this, if you were like, I'm gonna punch this door, you would do. Yeah, you do it for each other. We'll do the sound effects for each other.
Okay.
All right, you guys are superheroes, and you are trapped in a. So you two are superheroes that are trapped in a villain's lair, trying to get out before the whole place explodes. Onomatopoeia prov.
I can't believe this, Elastic Boy.
Here, Mr. Mustache Man. Here, I want to touch your mustache just one last time, and I'm going to reach my arm all the way across the room to touch it.
Brush it softly, boy.
No, I'm so sad we're going to be bisected by these lasers now, Mr. Mustache Man. Oh, it's getting really close. It's hot, and it sounds like a 1990s computer starting up. Oh, the dial-up. It's frightening. It's laughing at me. It's coming up. It's gonna bisect
Elastic
me.
Boy, get yourself together. I'm gonna slap you across the face 3 times.
Oh, my jiggly skin.
Disgusting. You put your body to work and find a way out of here.
Here, I'm just gonna stretch all across every single table and pick up assorted items. Oh, a hot dog? Throw that away. Whoa, what about this? A gun? Nah, we don't have use for those. We don't kill. What's this that I can grab with my feet? The lever. Here, wait, let me take off my shoes. Oh, sorry. Disgusting. It was so wet, Mr. Mustache Man. Here we go. And pull it back. Oh, sorry. I totally will have one rep. Disgusting. I'm sorry. I get really stressed when I'm about to die.
Just pull the lever already, Elastic Boy. You did it.
We're safe.
By golly, gosh darn, you did it.
Does that mean I get a promotion?
A promotion?
Disgusting. We're dying. Disgusting. Guys, I think it's time for another improv challenge. Are you guys familiar with SpongeBob SquarePants?
Oh, I love
Are
SpongeBob.
you familiar enough with the characters and stuff?
yeah.
Are you familiar enough?
Oh, so familiar.
Okay, so there's another cool AI tool that allows you to translate them, and the two I've seen a lot on TikTok are Squidward and Plankton.
I love both of those.
So I'm gonna have you be Squidward, and I'm gonna have you be Mr. Plankton. Now the thing is, you don't have to try to do their accents at all. Just speak normally,
yeah.
and then I'm gonna run your voices through the translators or the generators, and then we're gonna have you do that. Okay. So we're gonna play a game called Character AI Improv. Bryson, you're gonna be Squidward. No, you're gonna be Squidward.
I'm going to be Squidward.
Jackson, you're going to be Squidward. Bryson, you're going to be Plankton. You're going to do a scene based on my suggestion, and then we're going to run this through an AI filter and see how close it sounds. The suggestion for your scene is, let's see, Plankton ruined Squidward's clarinet concert.
Plankton, I'm so angry at you right now. But what's new? I'm angry with everyone in my life. I just hate everyone.
Yeah, you do. I just came here looking for that Krabby Patty recipe, and I was told it was going to be at this concert.
We've been secret lovers for so long, and you can't... I don't care who hears me anymore, Plankton. I love you, and seeing you in that crowd, just so entranced with a Krabby Patty, and not my concert, it ruined me.
Ruined you? How do you think I feel? Going years and years looking for this recipe when you've had it all along. Inside your clarinet.
I was going to tell you when I knew you loved me for me. But Plankton, I don't care how many sweet nothings you whisper into my pillow at night. I don't care how many microscopic tickles you give to my back during my foot rub sessions. I don't even care about our coral blue lipstick session that we had with one another. I cared if you loved me.
Love you? Mm-hmm. How could I love you with a nose like that? It gets in the way. It gets in the way.
Of what? Of loving me? You know I have a condition.
You need work done. Not just on your face, but in your heart. Now give me the recipe.
I'm telling your wife.
You don't.
Your computer wife. You're in love with me.
Don't you dare.
What do you want more? The recipe or your sad computer wife who you created, which is kind of disgusting.
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 You know what's more disgusting? That you won't give me that recipe. I need the recipe now.
Take it. I don't even want it anymore.
This is it? Just these 3 ingredients? Heinz, and a tomato? That's 3 tomato things.
One is sugar-free, Heinz.
What about the fructose?
That's still in there.
Called Flash Time. Here's how this game works. I'm going to give you a suggestion for a scene. At any point, I can yell flashback, where you have to flash back in time. I can yell flash forward, you have to flash forward in time, or I can I just always go back. Then it's up for your interpretation if you flash back or flash forward. Okay? The suggestion for your scene is an old married couple looking at a photo book.
Honey.
Look at this one.
I remember our first child.
Flashback.
Stop smoking in the house.
It's okay, because one day the kid will smoke and then he'll just be used to it.
Flash forward.
He's dead now.
Flashback.
Father.
Yeah. Keep it up. Nice.
Flash forward.
I told you to quit years ago, and look what you did to him.
I have no regrets.
Flashback.
Babe, I'm sorry our son died. Not because I really have any feeling about it being bad or anything like that. It was his time, right? But mostly because we just didn't claim any life insurance on him.
Flashback.
I do regret that we didn't claim life
No,
insurance.
flashback.
Should we take out a life insurance plan on the boy?
No, I think he'll die pretty soon. So I mean, like, it'll kind of look suspicious. But maybe, nah. Let's be safe about this.
Very well.
Flash forward.
It wasn't until our second child.
Flashback.
All right, I'm not gonna smoke in this kid's face. Not gonna smoke in his face.
Flash forward.
Oh, and look at this photo here.
Oh.
Do you remember when we first met? You were so limber.
Flashback.
Wow. Do you work on the lumber yard with those limber limbs of yours?
Flashback.
Wait a minute. I don't need an axe. And now to deforest the rainforest.
Flash forward.
Wow.
I do remember that time.
Yes.
Oh, too bad my joints have all failed me now.
I can attest to that.
What do you mean by that? I can still satisfy
Quiet,
you.
man. You haven't satisfied me in millennia.
What about San Francisco?
Ah, yes. Francisco.
No.
Flashback.
So you guys just want me to watch?
Flash forward.
I remember him.
Yeah.
And there's not even a photo.
Except for this one I keep in my back pocket this entire time.
And you didn't think to share my eyes to that piece of photo?
Flashback.
In San Francisco, I need you to get out of here. We can't love you anymore in this polyamorous relationship.
Flash forward.
Ah, so it's you who has been the source of my regret and sadness and mourning. Francisco!
Exactly. Here. I've done you wrong. I've done our children wrong. I've done everything wrong in my life. But if you take this note, on the back is Francisco's.
My eyes have seen the glory of the coming.
Flash forward.
Hello? Who's at the door?
Flash forward.
It is I, Francisco. You beckoned me.
Flash forward.
Francisco is dead.
No!
Flashback.
My wife wants you, and I want my wife.
Flash forward.
And he is buried.
Flashback.
You will look pretty cute in this dirt.
Thank you.
It's what we both wanted, right, Francisco? You wanted to be rid of my wife, and I wanted you dead.
Flash forward.
And you just tell me now?
I do.
Flash forward.
No. Please.
I will tell you where he's buried.
Flash forward.
Good
And
riddance of
scene.
parents.
Live when we flash back, it's like 60 years. When we flash forward, it's 2 seconds. I need a flash forward pack of flash forward cigarettes.
They're so old.
All right. We're going to play another improv game. This is a brand new game of my own invention. This is called Rock, Paper, Improv. Here's how it works. You're going to tell a story you're going to tell a story one sentence at a time based on a title that I give you. At any point, I can yell freeze, and then we're going to have an intersection in the improv. And I'm going to go, does the hero either A or B, and then you're going to rock, paper, scissors, and whoever wins, that's the path the story will go.
Okay.
Okay. So the title of your story, and the first sentence will go to Bryson. The title of your story is The Insipid Philanthropist.
Monica loved to do humanitarian work.
All over the world she traveled. Bangkok, South America, Nigeria.
Freeze. But this time, did she travel to...
Tooele.
Or...
Back in time.
Ready? Rock, paper, improv.
Oh.
What did he say? Where's she going?
Back in time. Okay. Do I?
Yeah, repeat it.
Okay. Back in time to 1912.
She came across a little orphan boy named Oliver.
He was a Peaky Blinder, and he was rough and tumble, but she saw through her humanitarian heart.
What did she see? A
Pride.
or B?
Bowl full of porridge.
Rock, paper, improv. Bryson, repeat it.
A bowl full of porridge is what she saw through this orphan boy.
And so, hungry as she was, she reached in and obstructed this boy's chest of its porridge and ate it.
Please, ma'am, no more, he replied.
She couldn't stop.
And more she drank and guzzled the porridge from his sarcophagus.
Freeze. He wasn't dead yet. It's where he would go when he died.
I meant esophagus.
Sarcophagus, esophagus.
What are the consequences of her actions? Is it A?
The British police confiscate her work.
Or B?
That boy turns into a dictator.
Rock, paper, improv.
Oh!
Rock, paper, improv. Oh! Rock, paper, improv.
Oh, he's a dictator. Without the porridge in his heart, he had no love for humanity.
And so he got rid of every philanthropist in the world.
There's no such thing as humanities. Poetry, art, history, all were crushed under his rough and tumble boot.
Freeze. What changes his cold heart? Is it Bryson?
The love of a pigeon's feather.
Or B?
Instant oatmeal.
Rock, paper, improv. Rock, paper, improv.
Oh! A little boy, not too unsimilar to him, came up to him and handed him brown sugar and maple syrup oatmeal.
This boy came from a community of Quakers.
Please, sir, this is my last bit of porridge, or oatmeal as we call it in the States.
Why did he bring that up? Was it A?
Because the West is always right.
Or B?
He just loves Western movies.
Rock, paper, improv. Rock, paper, improv. Oh.
You see, Western culture is superior to Eastern, and so he brought it up for clout.
And the porridgeless dictator could recognize that. He recognized the clout so deeply in his porridgeless heart.
And then he remembered Monica, the woman philanthropist that he destroyed.
How does this story end? Is it Jackson?
He goes into the future.
Or Bryson?
He writes a letter to Monica's mother.
Rock, paper, improv. Rock, paper, improv.
He writes a letter to Monica's mother, apologizing for all the misdeeds he fell upon her.
And then a postscript. You got any porridge?
The end. Well done. Incredible. Down his sarcophagus he went. All right, we're going to play a game called Acting Coach. I'm going to give our improvisers a suggestion for a dramatic scene, but at any point I can give them acting notes to go bigger, smaller, sadder, angrier, whatever they have to change in the moment. So the suggestion for your scene is you are archaeologists discovering bones that shouldn't be there. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Jeffers, get over here.
Okay, yeah.
What does this look like to you?
A human pelvis.
More duck-like.
Human pelvis.
Less duck-like.
Human pelvis.
Jeffers, there shouldn't be humans here. This is Montana. Only dinosaur bones are here in this excavation.
Bigger geographical area.
This is the Great Lakes States. There shouldn't be pelvises here.
Bigger.
This is North America. There shouldn't be human pelvises here.
All right. Well, it kind of seems like it was planted here by someone. Maybe.
More New York gangster.
Yeah, it seems like it was planted here by somebody.
More.
Yeah. Hey, he's getting up my stogies and whatnot. I think, methinks it was planted by somebody or something.
You mean There's someone here other than us.
It could be someone like the big boss man.
Big boss man. You mean Mr. Shezos?
More scared.
You mean Mr. Shezos?
More scared.
No, it can't be.
More scared.
No! Not Mr. Shezos! No!
Yeah, Mr. Shezos. He's all over North America putting human pelvises. He cuts off people's butts, just their butts, and then he places them all over the place. And I have to tell you something. I'm working for him.
You?
Yeah.
My assistant archaeologist. We've been on this dig.
Lower on the totem pole.
You? The custodial?
Lower.
You? The schlub from across the street?
Lower.
You immigrant.
That's it.
Oh my god! Schlub from across the street.
Could have
was
been immigrant from Nazi Germany.
It could have been.
That's what it was.
I mean, I do look like a Hitler youth.
But speaks like a New York mobster.
Hey there. Heil.
All right, we're going to play another improv game that I just made up. This improv game is called Sequential Story. I'm going to give you a story title, and here's how this game works. Jackson, you're going to start off with one word. Then you're going to say 2 words. Then you're going to say 3 words. And then you're going to say 4 words. And you're going to say 5 words. And it keeps going. And you have
It's like the Fibonacci numbers.
Kind of, yeah. Except, is it? I thought it was 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. 4 + 4 is 4.
Yeah,
Isn't that
it's
the Fibonacci sequence?
Fibonacci is a sequence, just
Like this one.
like this
It's
one.
a string of numbers, just like Fibonacci.
This one is +1.
All right. The title of your story is Back to School Charades. Take it away.
Daniel.
Yes, teach.
He swaddled.
Let's restart. I think
wait,
it'll
is
make
it
more
a-
sense as a story. As like a narrated story.
Copy.
Yeah, okay, so let's start
There
over.
we go. Okay. Michael.
Yes.
No. Third person. Yeah.
Wait, and it's just words, right? Not sentences, right?
Just words. So
Okay,
like Michael
copy.
was
Okay.
a little boy.
Gotcha.
Okay. Michael, sarcophagus.
Okay. What's the suggestion again?
It was back to school charades.
Back to school charades. Silence.
Said the
Mime of France.
teacher was gone.
I will teach you, ruffians.
How to dance and be mimes.
Michael raised his hand, very somber like.
And the mime said, Yes, Michael, what is
It. Michael humbly stood forward and said, Words are needed.
And the mime said, No, they're not. Mime like me, you.
You're talking right now, said Michael. And everyone gasped in
Unison. The mime then immediately ceased all speaking and began to communicate with his
mime lords, the people who control the mime verse. They all got together
and began to worship in the way of mimehood. The students watched in awe.
They walked down stairs that weren't there. They opened elevator doors that weren't there.
They created worlds and communicated with creatures of the unknown that weren't there.
They
This is too hard for me. I don't even think I was doing it right. You're just like, I'll just keep going until Zach cuts me out. Woo!
Woo!
All right, let's see here. We're going to play changing genres. So this works. We'll give you a suggestion for a scene. At any point, I could yell out a different genre, movie or literary, and you have to change to that genre within the context of the story. The suggestion for your scene is guitar lessons, regular flat scene. Take it away.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just got nervous. This is my first time just taking lessons. I'm pretty self-taught.
Romance.
Self-taught, you say? My, oh my. Say that again.
I'm self-taught, but I'm teachable.
Teachable, you say? Oh, well, bring those strings over here.
Pluck them for me.
Comedy.
Put them over there, and I hit you over the head with the guitar. Bing, bing, bing.
Horror.
Pluck. Pluck. Pluck.
Why is the wallpaper just shaving off? No, the world is crowded in darkness.
You have summoned me.
Cthulhu? What?
Pluck I shall.
Studio Ghibli.
I turn into a dragon. With no moving mouth, I say, music is the way of the world, Cthulhu.
Documentary.
And that is how Cthulhu was destroyed, according to legend.
According to legend, of course. But Cthulhu still reigns on in people's hearts and minds. However, the dragon Astaroth was always there to guide our way. Now, we preclude this, or we end this episode of Ancient
Disney
Aliens.
Channel.
Thanks for joining us on Ancient History.
Wow. All right, cut, guys. You spelled it wrong.
Huh?
You spelled it wrong.
You're kidding
And
me.
scene. Excellent, Disney Channel. All right, we'll do one more game, and then we'll do a YouTube Q&A with any of the questions that we have there.
Ooh.
All right, this last game is called Letter One Word at a Time. You're going to write a letter one word at a time to someone that I give you, and pretty self-explanatory. The letter you're writing is Jackson to his mom, apologizing for all his friends thinking she's hot. Whenever you're ready, Bryson, start off.
Dearest
Mother,
I
am
here
to
write
a letter.
letter
To
you
apologizing
for
my
incessant
friends.
they
Think
you
so hot.
oh my
Gosh.
you
Are
very
smoking
hot like
a
babe
in
the
Siberian
desert.
but
You
have
a
lot of clothes.
on
Please
forgive
me
and
my
friends
We
are
very
very
horny.
puberty
Distracts
our
emotions
and
judgment.
don't
Think
we
love
you
for
your
body.
we
Love
you
for
your
mind.
and
Your
personality.
dearest
Mother,
stop
doing
sexy
things
in
the
yard.
higher
Yard.
workers
They
are
sexy
some
of
the
time.
so
You
can
be
a
sexy
mom
for
me.
P.
S.
Dad
is
one
of
the
workers,
and
he
is
not
sexy.
farewell,
Dearest
mother, smooch,
E
face,
X
O
X
O
X
O
X
O
picture.
this.
And scene. See, Jackson, I thought you'd skirt around it, not plow right through it.
No,
I thought that would be the challenge.
This is the
All of them
problem.
came from you. I apologize that you are sexy and that my friends and me.
I did not say in me. That was Bryson. This is the thing with me is that if there is a hole going into the ground, I will dig it to China. I will just not stop.
Zero and everything.
If everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Jackson, yes, and this," and I'm like, "I will until I am no longer a human."
All right, Gabriel, I want to read us off some YouTube questions or comments that are relevant.
We've pretty much got two.
Nice.
So from very early on in the stream, male_man42 said, Bryce, heart emoji.
Bryce?
Ooh.
Son of Bryce?
This is from man_male42.
No, male_man.
Male_man.
Yeah.
He's a male first, a man second.
It could just be David Liu. I don't think it is.
One of our
He's
friends.
not that old.
But they hearted me.
Let me ask you, do you know any other mailmen?
I only know one in the whole world.
Oh, I thought it was like male, like the gender
Oh, no,
male.
MAIL.
Oh. I thought it was just like, I'm a man and a male.
Jackson's mistake.
My mistake. guys.
I was the other
Anyway, the other one is from Tyler Clibben. Lol, I have a weird question. Do any of the improvisers get super bored with scripted content like movies and TV? I find I can't suspend my disbelief for non-improv acting anymore.
Interesting.
I've actually felt that a little bit because because when things become more and more formulaic, and so here's one thing: if you're watching a story or a movie about a main character, you pretty much know they're gonna live, or they're gonna go on, or they have to continue on, and so it reduces the stakes. Which again, not like making the claim that improv is like better than all narrative stories, but like that's a cool thing about improv is like this character could be dead, or this character could go away. What do you guys think about that?
Well, yeah, I agree totally, because I feel like when I write or act in productions, like it just kind of becomes like, oh, this is just something that the writers wrote, and it's like there's no surprise, so it's really hard to like act in the moment, like super surprised, and that's what I love. I love making people feel so weird in the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
What about you, Bryson? Do you have a hard time suspending your disbelief with when you're watching scripted content?
Not as much, but I think it's maybe for me it's more of like a quality of content that's being produced, whether it's like movies or TV. It's like you got to find the good stuff,
Right.
Because there's like so much content being created and produced that there's like so much more bad.
Yeah.
And like the gold nuggets are more rare. And so being able to find those, it's like, okay, it's refreshing, it's inspiring and motivating. And so, whereas there's a lot of the same, and it's like, oh, same old thing.
Yeah, and I think that a sign of good writing is that they're saying things that have never been said before or explored in a way that's never been said before. Where like most TV shows that I watch, most movies that I watch, like if you were to plug their script into a chat and I'd be like, who said this line or a derivative of this line or this joke, it'd probably be like 80% of this has been said before. You know what I mean? Like the classic like drama movies, like I Can't Let You Go, or it's like you were my best friend. Like that phrase has been used like 1,000 times. And
You
this
were my
is,
brother, Anakin.
that's been used in almost every movie I've ever seen. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
But do you guys know the show Workaholics? Have you seen or heard of that show?
No, I haven't.
Adam Devine. So something I thought was interesting, I saw a picture on Twitter of their writer's room, and they had all these whiteboards of words and phrases they could never say because they've been overdone 1,000 times in writing. And one of them was like, "He's right behind me, isn't he?" And like, "Oh, awkward." And just like common cliche things that you see pop up all the time. And I just thought that was so cool. It's like, we're not going to say something that's been said before.
We should do that with improv, where it's like we can't say.
You've already been a mom, Jackson. You can't be a mom again.
You can't be a mom.
You did it once.
Yeah, I can't. I've been a cow in multiple shows.
You've got to get off that crutch.
It is a crutch. I think people think that I'm also crutched. They're like, "Oh, he can't walk on his own. I gotta make him a cow."
That dude's crutched.
Yeah, that dude's crutched.
All right, well, that's it for Zach Gay Every Day at Improv Broadway. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you improv every day. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Fun, guys.